This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Denver, Colorado. I'm here with Ocean Blue HVAC and Plumbing. Since 2017, this fifth-generation family-owned company has served residential and commercial clients with quality, new digital technology, and honesty about your equipment needs and operations. I'm joined here with the owners, Rob and ALAYNA. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Let's start off a little bit with you, Rob, if you will. Really what began on January 1st in 2017 in California has led you here to Colorado. You now are able to lead really professionals, a team of professionals. As your family goes into the fifth generation in this industry, share with me a little bit how this story began.
It all started with my great-grandfather back in heating, when it was just heating. Then it moved to my grandfather, and he inherited that company from my grandfather. And then air conditioning was invented, and that got brought in. My dad and my uncle both worked for my grandfather, and then I ended up working for my grandfather. And from there, I took it and went to the union, began my career, and decided that I should own my own business, because that's what everybody said. You know, it's the best thing to do. So I started my own business, and then I roped her into it. So,
wow, and that's the story.
What else could we do?
And that's the story. It's basically your blood. You've been doing it for some time.
I was told as a teenager into my early 20s that I was going to do HVAC because that's what my family did.
Yep.
So I laughed at them, thinking I could do something smarter, but I'm
Robert,
stuck here.
I mean, consumers out there, they basically have many choices. Due diligence is required when choosing any company to work with, but what is the advantage, would you say, in choosing a family-owned and operated, smaller, versus maybe choosing a big company out there?
The biggest difference between a big box company and a company like ours is that with the big box companies, they're just going to give you something cookie cutter. They're going to give you, your neighbor, and somebody 5 houses down the road that has something completely different as a layout, the same exact thing.
Wow.
With us, we're going to give you a custom tailored system. That's why I work in the job from concept to completion.
So we're not no cookie cutter here.
No.
We're talking about depends on what your needs are. ALAYNA, let's face it, I mean, most homeowners are undereducated in HVAC for their own home, so I imagine much trust is needed when they rely so much on a professional like your team. Do you take that trust seriously and responsible?
Absolutely. We really hone on our skills and our client skills. So like they have to understand and know what their system is doing. It's like having a car. You change your oil, rotate your tires. You have equipment in your home that's going to run and keep you comfortable, right? And safe. So those things are a necessity to understand how at least they function and work, so you know when to call, you know when to change your filter, and just understand how your equipment works in your home, because you're there a majority of the time. So it makes a sense. We love educating our clients.
Robert, as you mentioned, your approach is a very customized and tailored evaluation and installation, really to fit your client's personal needs. Is that what you would say sets you apart from some of the competition out there?
Absolutely. That, and also discussing with the clients and trying to educate them to give them the information they need to make the best decision that they can.
ALAYNA, how important is the use of high-quality parts and equipment and not being limited to just one sole supplier when it comes to providing the best for your customers?
Well, I think that's a really good question for Rob, because he's on the field more than I am. But
so having that variability to be able to do that is an advantage for us, because we can make sure that we can provide the best financial end point for them. Being stuck with one supplier, it can limit us from that. But all in all, the reason why we do that is because we like to see that variability, because it just gives us more options with sizing and things like
So
that.
really, it's about options.
It's options,
and also
sizing.
depending what your price point is, helps people across all those points there.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert, it is more than just quality parts. Really, it is the combining that with delivering exceptional service while building lasting relationships that really has served your family for over 5 generations. Is that the key component of that service?
Absolutely. I would rather have a customer that I do something small for and earn their trust for a lifetime than just go in and make as much money as I can and split and not worry about them ever again. It's better to have a foundation.
Like,
Sure.
know, and trust. That's
You
our
bet.
motto.
Alayna, let me ask you, do you and your team enjoy educating your clients about new digital technology that probably didn't even exist just a few years ago? And is communication really kind of the cornerstone of your service?
Absolutely. They're one of the companies we work with as a dealer. They actually have a new system coming out called IntelliSense,
Okay.
and we will have more access to our clients' equipment through our computer and our phone. So if something's happening, it will actually tell us ahead of time. So it not only saves us time, it also saves our clients time and money as well. Because more than likely, we'll be able to fix it through the computer system than actually having to go out, charge the client to show up and do the service. So having the new technology is a huge plus, and also for electricity, things like that. There's a lot of new things coming out that are going to save clients a ton of money. So our goal is to help them save time and money, but also make the best decision that's going to last a lot longer for their home and their usage as well.
So on the service side, you have the data in your palm of your hand. The clients have the comfort in the control of their own hand. Definitely a win-win. Robert, you began in California. You now live in the beautiful state of Colorado, where weather, as we know, can be unpredictable. Our systems are a necessity. Yet most of us really kind of take them for granted. We don't even think about them until they go down. When a client reaches out to you, does your team understand that urgency?
Absolutely. One of the highest things that we hold as priority is somebody with no water, no hot water, or no heat, because they're essential. So with that being said, we will prioritize no heat, no hot water over any other call.
Excellent. Excellent. So you guys understand what it's like. People are panicked, you know.
Oh, yes.
I mean, Alayna, when a client is in somewhat of a panic and wants it fixed yesterday, that's not always possible, obviously. Do you do your best in explaining turnaround times, and do you try to keep many parts in stock? I mean, really even on the truck?
We do have a basic inventory of universal parts to help with certain issues for heating and water heaters. We also hired a plumber, so he's part of our team now as well, and he's amazing. He's been in the field for 18 years. Norm is by far probably one of the best plumbers I've seen. Super meticulous, has a lot of the parts that are needed at hand, so if something does burst, things like that, he can take care of that. And I always calm clients down. Hey, we're gonna get to you today. Don't worry. Just use your little heater for now until we can get to you, but we'll get to you today. So our main priority is taking care of our clients in a timely manner, as quickly as possible.
Normally, if the customer understands the situation, they can deal with it, but a lot of times people are left without knowing, so communication is vital. Robert, I imagine not every down system requires replacement. Is repair many times a possibility, and is your team qualified with ongoing training to repair most of the major brands out there?
Absolutely, that's actually one of our mottos. We are not what I would call a selling tech company. We are service technicians. Service technicians are repair technicians. That's what we are there for. We are there to fix it, not to replace it. I would say I've got units out there that are close to 20 years old that I'm still repairing and keeping going. One, because people may not have the financial capability or really feel that their unit can still keep going, which I agree with them. If it's in good condition, then let's fix it.
Let's fix it. Alayna, when working with residential and commercial clients whose systems are relied upon many times by many people, I imagine an emergency can happen at any hour. I mean, is your team available for emergencies 24/7? I mean, you guys don't do banker hours, really, when you think about it.
No, with the trades, it's not something that's banker hours. It's not a 9 to 5 job. Never has been. Never will be. We do have a 24-hour system service that you call. It will actually ring his cell phone, and then we'll dispatch. Doesn't matter what time of day or night it is. If it's an emergency after 5 o'clock, it rings to that emergency line. On the weekend, same thing. So we
Excellent.
take care of our clients, and if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, we'll do what we can to get them up and running.
The consumers keep the emergency out there. Don't we call them 24/7 all the time? Robert, you provide individualized HVAC options. So if a system is beyond repair or if a client needs to upgrade an old system, can your team also provide full installs?
Yes. As I said earlier, I like to be involved concept to completion when that comes into play. I do have my trusted techs out there. They can handle that with no problem. Again, it's all customized to what that particular customer needs. Anything from, humidification to IAQ, which is indoor air quality, air purification, things like that. We will handle whatever their needs are.
The full gamut, full aspect of anything inside your home that makes us all comfortable. Really.
Absolutely.
I mean, Alayna, although you're able to offer emergency repair services 24/7 for anyone along the Front Range, is the best solution still some preventative maintenance? And does periodic checkups not only provide peace of mind, but can they also save us some headaches and maybe save us some money in the long run?
Absolutely. Preventative maintenance is huge, and a lot of people just don't understand that they need to do that. So again, that's part of the education. We go into someone's home, this should be done once a year. We do now offer membership programs to save for their pocketbook as well. So not having to drop a bunch of money all at one time, they can actually pay for it over the course of 12 months. But that also gives them peace of mind. So one, they're not having to pay out of pocket right away, and two, I will be calling them, so it's something they don't have to worry about going, oh crap, I didn't, call for my maintenance. That's on me as a professional and a business owner. I will make sure, hey, it's that time of year, guess what? And so we really take pride in doing that for our clients, making sure that that's preventative maintenance is super essential.
I think that conversion from making somebody a customer into an ongoing client benefits both parties.
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly, you're able to know what their system is, get in and out, and do that. Robert, you have an extensive knowledge of the industry and all of its counterparts, really including, like you said, electrical, humidification, refrigeration. You have now expanded that service into plumbing. Touch on that expansion a little bit for us and why you felt that was important.
Well, so expanding into plumbing, it just helps give us a full service for the client. Being able to handle, since we're already right there at their furnace, for instance, well, their water heater, 9 times out of 10, is right next to it. Let's start taking care of that too. That also now leads into your plumbing system as a complete home. Well, with Norm, we are able to take care of all that. And, everywhere from, faucet repair to replacement, garbage disposals, drain cleaning, things like that within the home. It just basically makes it a one-stop shop with a company that a client can already trust. So that's why we've made that expansion.
That expansion definitely serves the people even more so than you were before. Robert, you and Alayna have built a company that offers personalized custom service that is not a one-size-fits-all. You have built long-term relationships with the responsiveness to their individual needs. Does this continue to be rewarding work for you?
Absolutely. I have fun with this job every day. Yes, are there frustrating days like when something new comes out? It's like, great, I got to learn something new. But it's always, I look at it as when something like that happens, it's just another challenge for me, and I love being challenged. And that's what makes this job so exciting, because I can be challenged every day, and it keeps my brain young. So
Definitely up for a challenge, even if it comes in the middle of the night sometimes.
absolutely, it doesn't matter time, day or night.
I believe that. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you can see all the services they provide. You can also follow them on Facebook, where they educate you and provide tips on keeping you comfortable really year-round. Once again, that is Ocean Blue HVAC and Plumbing, making sure you are comfortable 1 degree at a time. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.